Hello, everyone, and thank you for tuning into our channel. Aircraft carriers are an impressive way to demonstrate military might, and when it comes to this particular arena, the United States is simply the undisputed leader even though it has the most extensive fleet. The country has just launched a new aircraft carrier known as the John F. Kennedy aircraft carrier, which is the most powerful aircraft carrier in the history of naval aviation. Aircraft carriers are operationally outstanding assets. They can be integrated into a combined multinational campaign. In fact, sometimes the aircraft carrier is the only instrument in the event of a crisis capable of intervening in the initial phase of an operation. This is because of the mobility and access granted to the maritime forces and the possibility of launching aircraft from the carrier. In this video, we dive into the details of the new John F. Kennedy aircraft carrier. Why the United States is building more aircraft carriers. Aircraft carriers are operationally outstanding, establishing a credible naval and air presence in support of national interests and political objectives can be accomplished simply by having an aircraft carrier present in a certain arena. An aircraft carrier is a massive warship that serves the military by acting as a mobile airstrip and hangar for aircraft. These ships have a flight deck and enough space to carry, arm, maintain, refuel, and deploy aircraft without the need for a local air base. In other words, an aircraft carrier is essentially a floating air base. The U.S. Gerald R. Ford supercarrier, for example, can carry and deploy more than 75 aircraft. These will support massive surveillance and enhance combat capability nearly anywhere in the world. These carriers are also very self-sufficient. For example, a modern nuclear-powered carrier can produce up to 400,000 gallons of fresh water per day and go decades without the need to refuel. You may be surprised to learn that these massive carriers play an important role in modern warfare. For instance, during times of peace, aircraft carriers are also able to service the needs of humanitarian organizations. In the aftermath of Hurricane Katrina in 2005, the U.S. Harry Truman helped give fresh water and supplies while the U.S. Abraham Lincoln contributed to relief efforts in Southeast Asia in the aftermath of the 2004 tsunami. During the earthquake that struck Haiti in 2010, the USS Carl Vinson brought victims of the disaster food, medical supplies, hospital services, and more than 400,000 gallons of potable water. You have probably noticed that the United States Navy's aircraft carriers have a lot of presidential names. This is because the carriers are named after former presidents, with some possible exceptions. How many different carriers are there in the United States? The rest of the world's fleet is made up of about 46 aircraft carriers and helicopter carriers. This country, with its 11 aircraft carriers and 9 helicopter carriers, has a very large share of the fleet. France possesses 1 aircraft carrier in addition to 3 helicopter or helo-carriers, while Japan is in the process of turning 2 of its 4 helo-carriers into light aircraft carriers. France and Japan both have 4 carriers. China has 3 different types of carriers, 2 aircraft carriers and 1 helo-carrier. You are presumably curious in the number of aircraft carriers that Russia possesses, given that Italy and the United Kingdom each have 2. The country is equipped with a single aircraft carrier in total. The United States launched the first aircraft carrier named after John F. Kennedy in 1967, with the former president's daughter Caroline performing the ritual of smashing a bottle of American sparkling wine across the bow of the ship. The carrier was the last aircraft carrier built by the U.S. Navy that used a power source other than nuclear power. She was ordered in April 1964 and her keel was laid down in October 1964 at the Newport News shipyard. She was originally scheduled to become the 4th Kitty Hawk. However, she was in 2004. When it became clear that the Kennedy needed to be fixed, the Navy decided to get rid of it to save money on running the first JFK carrier, which had become the most expensive one to run in the fleet. In the beginning of March 2007, the ship made its way up the East Coast in preparation for its final port call in Boston, Massachusetts. At Mayport, Florida, on March 23, 2007, a ceremony was held in honor of the ship's decommissioning. The date of August 1, 2007, was designated as the official date of decommissioning for the USS John F. Kennedy. During her 38-year career, the carrier took part in 18 official deployments. The new JFK is a General R. Ford class carrier, which puts it in the same company as the U.S. Gerald R. Ford and the U.S. Enterprise. It was built at a cost of over $11 billion and is powered by a nuclear plant on board. It is intended to succeed the Nimitz-class vessels that are currently in service. Huntington Ingalls Industries was the key participant in the construction of the building. In February 2011, work started on what used to be called the Northrop Grumman Shipbuilding Complex at HE. Planning, on the other hand, didn't start until January 2009, when he was given a contract worth $374 million. After that, $323.6 million were added to the budget for planning. The JFK is propelled by two A-1B nuclear reactors, which produce enough power for the ship to go in a straight line at a speed of roughly 30 knots under ideal conditions. Compared to other aircraft carriers of the same size, this speed is unusually fast. The United States Navy prefers aircraft carriers that are powered by nuclear energy because they can go almost anywhere. It also indicates that the ship can endure for as long as the life cycle of the reactor, which can span several decades. The ship can run between 20 and 25 years before it needs to be replaced. It has a running length of 1,106 feet with a beam measuring 134 feet and a draft of 39 feet. It has a primarily flat deck surface with only an island superstructure built on the starboard side. However, in the new configuration, the island superstructure will reside well aft of midships, clearing the mid and frontal deck space for aircraft actions. The JFK is comparable to the original U.S. Gerald Ford in many ways. It has a displacement of 100,000 tons. The JFK uses 4 electromagnetic aircraft launch system catapults instead of the traditional steam systems to launch up to 4 aircraft simultaneously. However, on the port side, 2 catapults intersect one another, requiring a slight delay in launching one aircraft over the other 2 of the catapults that are located at the bow, or the remaining 2 are found in the stern. The JFK carrier's port-side recovery takes place through a traditional angled return deck area equipped with enhanced arrestor hooks. This indicates that the approaching aircraft must be equipped with an arrestor hook. Access to full-service hangars below the flight deck of the JFK is provided by 3 main hangar elevators that descend to a fitted long starboard and 1 long port. Ammunition and war supplies. There is support for up to 90 navalized aircraft of various sorts, including as fixed-wing, rotary-wing, unmanned aerial vehicles, unmanned combat aircraft, and many more. The total deck surface area measures 1,092 feet by 256 feet, giving it the same versatility as other modern surface warships in terms of the types of aircraft that can be carried. The Kennedy is outfitted with radar reduction measures, which can either consist of unique coatings or enclosed structures. These methods serve to decrease the Kennedy's profile to enemy tracking systems. The new John F. Kennedy carrier has the capacity to accommodate up to 4,660 crew members. The offensive reach of the JFK supercarrier will primarily be its air wing, but the vessel will also be granted the use of defensive-minded weaponry to counter incoming aerial threats such as aircraft cruise missiles and so forth. However, this will only be possible after the threat has managed to get through the entire United States Navy Fleet Carrier Group defense network, which includes, this will typically be made up of 500 officers, 3,790 enlisted, and 2 other security and special persons. The John F. Kennedy aircraft carrier is outfitted with the most up-to-date sensor and processing equipment that have been approved by the United States Navy. In addition to comprehensive 3D tracking and battle control suites, it is equipped with the ASPI 3 dual-band radar DBR system. This system was first developed for the future Zumwalt-class destroyer. Aircraft carriers are expensive to build. They are also expensive to run and defend. However, the importance of these massive structures to the United States military is significant. Aircraft carriers helped the United States win key naval battles during World War II, especially in the Pacific theater during the decade. GPS support, encrypted data links, and system automation contribute to the Kennedy's high level of efficiency and ultramodern fighting surface vessel design. Okay, guys, this wraps up everything for today. We hope you all loved the video. Let me know in the comments what it is that you think. Consider whether or not you are likely to enjoy the video. Please pass this along to your fellow humans. We'll be right here. We'll be back with yet another incredible film very soon. I'll see you later.